Hello, and welcome back to Two Chicks in a Horror Flick. I am Felicia Connor.
And I'm Tawny Ray.
And tonight we are talking about the 2021 film Wrong Turn. So I said it like that because I know there's a ton of wrong turns. So we're watching Wrong Turn 2021. I'm also wearing my Horror Movie Crew podcast t-shirt because this movie was recommended to us by our buddy Josh from Horror Movie Crew. I'm not going to tell you anything about what he shared with me or how he feels about this movie. They actually have an episode going out next week. I don't know if it's next week from when ours goes out or it'll be out the same time. Not sure. But before we get into all of this, I don't know. I feel really like radio announcer tonight. I think I'm really into it being Friday and the whiskey. Yes. And I have my friend Tawny back because she's been working her ass off and I've been lonely. I just feel good. All right. Tawny, what are you drinking?
I feel good too.
Good.
Yes, it's a nice reprieve on this Friday. I'm excited to have like 4 days off because we get Monday off. I don't know about you, Felicia.
I get the whole week.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's amazing. Yes.
I guess everybody worked really hard because I just started this job. Everybody else worked really hard in Q1 and Q2. So they gave them the week off and I'm like, cool.
Reaping those benefits of everybody else's hard work. Yeah. So I'm excited. I feel good. I'm so excited to record this. I even forgot what day it was. Like earlier today, I was telling Felicia, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, when are we recording? Oh, shit, that's today. I was like, yes.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Did. She slacked me. She's like, I just pet myself up. And I loved it because I was excited because I got a slack from Tawny because I don't anymore. But
yeah. Anyway, did you ask me what I'm drinking?
Yes, I did.
I am drinking a Truly, which is truly refreshing.
Oh, look at that. They should be our sponsors.
What are you drinking?
Okay, I am drinking bourbon neat. And I even brought the bottle, because this is my new favorite. It's called Hancock's President's Reserve.
Oh, okay.
This light is difficult. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very yummy. I like this. I drank the other bottle, so he had to open his new one.
New one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what did you listen to? What did you watch?
I have got to put in a plug for, we've started watching the new Loki show on Disney Plus.
Oh.
And it is fucking fantastic.
Really?
I'm stoked. I'm like, because I watched WandaVision and it was good. I liked it better towards the end. I think we've talked about this a couple times, but just like overall, it's just not my vibe. But Loki is my vibe. Well, can't say it. My vibe.
My vibe.
My five vibes. It's my five vibes. Vibing vibes. Yes. Because it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's got this nice time travel like plot thing going on. That's not a spoiler. They tell you that right off the bat. And I like him as a character, and it's kind of like, it's got this nice, like, weird 60s, I don't know, kind of, like, bunkery vibe that reminds me a little bit of Fallout in, like, a way that I really like. Fallout the game. Anyway, I just really like it. Everybody check it out. It's still in the middle of, like, they're releasing episodes, every week or whatever, so it's still early in the season. That's
the brother of Thor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, good job, Felicia. Thanks.
Nice. You did it.
I have seen that. I mean, I haven't seen it. I've seen the little picture, on Disney.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, I really have not been doing much other than working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working. What about you?
Oh, okay. So I listened to the Horror Movie Crew. I actually was sitting there at work and like, why am I not putting on a podcast? So I listened to Horror Movie Crew, their episode on Gremlins. And I must say they talk a lot about us in the beginning. And I was very happy and flattered and wrote Tawny immediately. I think we actually recorded with them right around that time. I can picture, it just went right out of my brain, but I can picture the girl in Truth or Dare. I didn't realize. Did we do that in December? Is that a Christmas movie?
Wait, are you talking about Ready or Not?
I'm talking about Ready or Not. Yes. What did I say?
Okay.
Truth or Dare. I've never even seen that.
That is a movie.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Ready or Not. Oh, my God. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So, because they were trying to talk about it, but they said really nice things about us that made my heart throb. That was very,
That's
very
very
nice. Not going
They're
to tell
so
you.
great. They're
They
like
are
our
really
sister. We already talked about this, but they're like our sister podcast. Like, I don't know. We're like best podcast buds or something. I don't know.
I agree. I don't know how they feel, but I feel it. I feel it through and through. Okay. I also watched Captive on Netflix. And so I just want to say, like, I think it's good. It's about not terror. It's about, well, there is some of that in there. Negotiations. Sorry. Hostage negotiations. That's what it's about.
Okay.
So there is some terrorist stuff in there, but there's also like a prison thing and this and that. And it's good. I got really heated. I'm not going to go into it. So watch it. It was good. But what I really liked was Sophie, A Murder in West Cork. Remember last... Well, no, you don't, because you're looking at me like, what? Last episode, I talked about a new true crime show that was on Netflix.
Yes.
So that's it. Sophie, A Murder in West Cork. Super good. I was watching it. I watched a couple episodes, and my husband, he's not super into... I mean, he does it for me, but he's not really that into true crime or horror. And he started to watch like the end of the second one, and then we binged the whole thing. He was like, oh, wow, I'm just kind of curious what's going on. Yeah, so that was a good one. You ready?
Let's do it.
I'm so ready. I watched this movie twice.
Oh, I kind of wanted to watch it twice, but I didn't. I just didn't have time.
You should watch it again, and we'll talk about why.
Okay.
But okay. So we're watching, I mean, we're talking about, we've already watched it, Wrong Turn from 2021, not the one with that crazy, weird, like old witchy lady looking thing on the cover.
Yeah.
I watched it on Hulu with the additional free trial of Showtime. So that's how I hooked it up. It's from director Mike P. Nelson. He is known for Wrong Turn. Sorry.
That's it?
He's like, well, The Domestics, I just haven't seen that in 5/25/77. So, there we go. The budget, I couldn't find the budget, but the box office was $3.8 million.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having that much money, but it seems like less than a lot of the movies we've kind of reviewed.
And it's still fairly new, but
oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know how that's calculated technically.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 64%, and IMDb gave it a 5.5 out of 10. So let's talk about the cast. This one I was just very passionate about, so I put it in order of who I liked. It's like I just felt so adamant that I had to make a point. In my own little bitchy way. So Charlotte Vega was Jen. Bill Sage was Venable, who I have a crush on now.
Oh man, that guy though. I was
like, oh gosh, I was hoping you didn't think I was nuts.
No, I was like, where? Okay, but what's that? Who's cutting his hair?
Because why is he the only one that's clean? And
he looks so clean cut.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm with you.
Yes. Yeah, I don't mind being his prisoner. Oh, this is my punishment? Okay, I guess. Poor me.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, no, please, no. Okay. Ryan Elizabeth Hanavan was Ruthie. Daisy Head was Edith. And then I get into the other friends. Adrian Bradley as Darius. Adrian Favela as Luis. Or Lewis. I don't remember how they said his name. Vardon Aurora as Gary. Dylan McTee as Adam. Then I'm going to transition right quick to Tim DeZarn, who was Nate Rhodes. So he was the guy in the bar. It was like, oh, she's dead out there. Yeah, I totally pivoted. Because then I'll move on to Emma Dumont, who was Mila.
Okay.
Don't like her at all. And then Matthew Modine as Scott. Is
this
surprising? He's
no,
the dad.
Wait. Oh, yes, I am surprised. Okay.
We'll talk about it, though.
Okay.
But I did watch it a second time, and I feel a little bit differently. But
okay,
that is everybody in the club. Let's go into 2 minutes with Tawny.
Getting tipsy. There's so many fucking kids that I couldn't remember who was who. You know, like I know Jen and what is his name? I put it in my notes. Darius. See, but I couldn't even remember his name. And Scott, because he's the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the rest of the friends, I forgot their names. So that's why it took me a minute to, like,
oh, yeah.
fucking connect the dots.
Darius, Adrian, and Vardon are a couple, right? So those were the two that I mentioned there, that they own the bistros. And then Dylan McTee was Adam, the Mila's boyfriend.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were going to put him at the bottom because that's where I would have put him.
Which one?
Adam.
Dylan? Adam? Well, no. And I'll tell you why.
We'll talk about it. Okay, so turn back now if you haven't seen this movie. We're going to spoil the shit out of it. Or if you don't care, continue on.
Perfect.
A group of friends set off to hike the Appalachian Trail, and despite locals telling them not to, they leave the marked trail. In a brutal first death scene, one of them is crushed by a rolling log, and they get lost. Duh. More and more weird shit happens, and when Adam is caught in a chain trap, they are pretty convinced that they're being hunted. Adam murders one of his captors, and they all get captured and taken to a weird backwoods settlement where a bunch of people have been living for seemingly generations. They're put on trial for murder and sentenced to have their fucking eyes burned out. So our main protagonist, Jen, makes a plea for her and her boyfriend, Darius. He wants to help communities work together and be self-sufficient, and Jen puts herself forward to be a wife to one of the men there. The leader, Venable, agrees and takes her as his own wife.
Yum.
Meanwhile, Scott... I thought you said yeah at first. Yum.
Yum.
Meanwhile, Jen's father, Scott, is out here putting in work trying to find her and pays a local to take him into this group's territory. Apparently, everyone in town knows about these people on the mountain called the Foundation, and some of them are not fans. Anyway, eventually Scott finds them and is taken prisoner. Jen's done a very good job over the last 6 weeks blending in, but takes this as her cue to escape. She grabs her dad, tries to grab Darius, but he wants to stay, and gets down the mountain by shedding a lot of blood and with a little help from the locals. Later, Scott and Jen are living a happy life when Venable shows up unexpectedly at their home to take her back. He drives off in a camper van, and in the last minutes of this movie, we see the van veer off the road, and Jen savagely kills all of them except for a little girl named Ruthie, and they walk off into the sunset. The end.
Nice! That was awesome. That was perfect. You're really good at this.
Thank you. I feel good about this one.
You do hit all the most important points to bring you along the path, and I love it.
Thanks.
All right. Tawny, how did you feel about this movie?
I'm sort of like undecided in a way. Like, I think I liked it, but then there were parts that I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know. I think I liked it. I mean, we can get into it more from there, but there is a lot going on in this movie. And so I feel like because of that, so it can be hit or miss. And so some parts were like really good and other parts were not as good. I hated some characters. We'll, I'm sure, get into it. I really loved some others. So it was like the whole gamut. And the other thing is too, like, this movie is pretty, I want to say colorful. Like, I don't have like a very good word, but it's like there's just a lot of shit happening. And so I felt like in this, recap, like my 2 minutes with Tawny, I couldn't condense further than that because there's just a ton of shit happening, and there's a ton of shit that happens that's sort of like unexpected. And so it feels different in that way, at least, right? That there's stuff that's like, oh, I did not see that coming. But how did you feel about it?
I think I felt the same way. I liked it. There were definitely this was quite a journey for me.
Right.
Personally. Because the first time I watched it, I had some very severe reactions and to certain things, which I wrote all my notes, and it was just like so intense. And then I watched it, which they were things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again, and it was almost like as I got all of this stuff out, and I think overdid the thinking here, because I even looked at the script and read through the script. There was just stuff I was trying to reconcile. And I think because for the most part, I liked it. So the parts that bothered me, I didn't want them to bother me.
Yeah.
And we can get into all of that. And then I watched it a second time, and I almost saw it kind of in a different, like some of the things still kind of bugged me. But some of the other ones I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe the first time I saw it, I didn't really receive that right, because now I'm seeing it kind of in a different way. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So for this movie, there was not any trivia. And the trivia that was there was stupid. It was like, oh, this person starred with this person in another movie. Like I didn't even want to, what is it?
I hate when that happens.
Offend you with such piddle.
No, that's a really good way to put it. Sometimes I read the trivia and I'm just like, what the fuck is this weak trivia shit? I don't give a fuck about when somebody I'll tell you, I don't have a good example right now, but yeah, I was trying really hard to reach into the memory banks, but sometimes it's really dumb shit like that, like, oh, this person's mom in this movie's name is blah blah blah, which is weird because 200 movies ago his sister's name was the same name. It's just like, nobody gives a fuck. That's so dumb. It doesn't mean anything. Yes. Jesus. Okay, sorry.
100%. So I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk to you about, which were those reactions I had, which then I broke down into even more greater ridiculous detail and research.
I do want to say also, just at this juncture, that I had the same, I feel like, reaction. I didn't watch it a second time, but immediately after watching the movie, I also was sort of like, what? I don't know about any of this. This seemed stupid. And the more time that has gone on, I'm actually glad that I watched it last week, because the more time that I've had to sit with it, I like it more and more.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, all right. It was okay, So anyway, keep going.
100%. No, you're 100%. I felt that all day. Thinking about it. And then that's what prompted me, you know what, I'm going to just play this and watch it again. Let's start with, I'm going to start with some dislikes.
Okay.
To get it out of the way, because I really have honestly been nerding out and wanted to talk to you about this. So the movie, I thought, started off good. I was intrigued. I liked how the dad was looking for her. And then it's like 6 weeks earlier, like, oh shit, okay, let's see what's going on. I do like how they address themes of, there's these stereotypes of Gen Zers. There's also these stereotypes of, people that live out, in a rural,
So
can I say that? In Virginia, right? In Appalachian, trail and all of that sort of thing. And how each of them are misjudging each other.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I liked that element. So let me just talk about something I really hated, because I want to talk this through. And I really thought about it. Am I being too nitpicky? But here's the thing. This is the thing. I don't feel I'm being nitpicky, because these little things that are like bumps in the road, right? When you're watching a movie, these little bumps or hiccups or things that throw you off, like, what? Those things, if there's too many of them, can really destroy the experience for you, right? Okay. Yeah. Thank you for validating me not being nitpicky. So here's my very first thing. When they were all in the bar, and the one older guy, so that was, I just mentioned him, his name was Nate. When he comes up and he's kind of being like, you Gen Zers, he doesn't say that. You hipster freaks that have never worked a day in your life, right? So this is a stereotype of Gen Zers. And then Jen goes, actually, no. Because, and this is what I went to the script for, because I wanted to make sure I got it right. My boyfriend Darius runs a sustainable energy nonprofit. Mila's an oncologist. Adam's an app developer. And Gary and Luis own their own pair of New York bistros. I have two master's degree, which means I make coffee for a living. Okay.
Right.
I hated this because to me, it was just so fucking stupid. I was like, okay, because to me, there are other jobs that make you responsible, hardworking members of society. It's like they took the game of life and chose all the most flashy jobs you can have. This fucking girl, Mila, who looks like she's 24, is already completed 13 years of school and is a fucking cancer doctor. These two guys own a pair of New York bistros. Like, can you imagine how expensive it is? It was like it was almost like the polar opposite of we don't work. Oh, yes, we do. And not only do we work, we are the upper echelon of the fucking people who work. Like, no one is just like, a customer support representative who works their ass off, just like working people, or I'm in college and I work at the coffee shop, or even her, kind of belittling yourself. Like, I have 2 master's degree, but I do coffee. Why don't you have just fucking 1 master's degree? So it really bothered me. Like, all of this bothered me. Like, I thought it was stupid. Like, they picked all of the jobs that people dream of kind of having. Oh, I own a restaurant in New York, and I am fucking Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm, all of this, and all of this group of kids have it. So that really irritated me. Like, why couldn't they just have normal jobs, like hardworking jobs? And then I really overthought it. So come along with me for the ride. And I was like, probably
hold on, just quick side note for everybody listening. There are fireworks happening in the background of Felicia's audio. That's what you're hearing. So we can't do anything about that. But
we have a place right over here that's like throws a lot of events. So since it's 4th of July in like 100 days, they're going to set off fireworks every night.
That's exactly right. Okay. It sucks having a dog, dude, on the 4th of July. This is a total side note. It's made me very much not appreciate this holiday at all. I'm like, people are like, what are you doing for the 4th of July? I'm like, nothing, because I have a dog. So we have to stay in.
Yes. Yeah, actually, Rizzo's doing real good, actually.
Oh,
I'm
good.
Surprised. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry I interrupted you. I just needed people to know, because they were probably like listening, like, what the fuck is happening?
Is she okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went so far as to break down how long it takes for you to become an oncologist.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And all the things, literally, and all the things you have to do. But I think this is because there was something about this movie that I really liked. So I wanted to reconcile my feelings. And this seems like a really stupid thing. I just thought it was stupid. Like, why can't someone just be working? And then Nate, he probably didn't hear that and thought they're hard workers. Because there is a very different, there's school hard work, which is it's very fucking lot of hard work. I'm not, I've been there, Tawny's been there, a lot of people have been there. So I'm not downing people who just study and get degrees. That's hard work. And then there's real life, real life job hard work.
Yeah, labor, blue collar versus white collar.
Yeah, my husband's always talking about that because our oldest daughter, he's like, she should get a job. And I'm like, can she just start college? Because she needs to get acclimated to studying. And he's like, she needs to get a job. It's a different skill set. It's a different experience. I'm like, okay, but just how about after her first semester? So we always go back and forth. So all of that rambling about how educated they are probably didn't make this guy anyways think, oh, well, you have a really hard job. But I feel validated because I went to robertebert.com and Nick Allen.
Roger Ebert?
I don't know if I said Robert. Maybe it's too much whiskey. It's Roger Ebert. Roger Ebert.com. Nick Allen writes for that.
Okay.
He wrote an article, and in parentheses he put, to which the young folks then reply with their different careers, albeit none of them blue-collar positions.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, it's not just me. But I will say, watching it a second time, I was like, okay, Mila could be 30. She could be 29, 30. She could. Okay. So maybe. I even looked up, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but if you don't already.
I love this research. I love it. Dude, I love that you dove into this.
How
Yes.
much does it cost to own a bistro in New York? Because these guys own 2. And it for a very small little restaurant, it could be about 300,000, and then obviously up to 10 million for a 4-star restaurant. Okay, if it's 300,000, okay. So I really was trying to reconcile this, and I feel like I've come to a place. I just feel like somebody could have been a server or worked in retail. Like, they didn't have to be such highfalutin, hoity-toity sounding jobs. Okay.
No, I think
end of rant.
I think you're hitting on something that I have a problem with this movie, is that sometimes it's just too on the nose. And I think this is one of those times, because I think it's purposeful that none of them have blue collar jobs, because they want to paint this very black and white picture, this very like blue collar versus white collar, right? So none of them would have a blue collar job, because they are this, at least in the beginning of this movie, this very in the box type of group, right? That we're pitting against this other group. So I think that was purposeful. But I hear what you're saying. Like, it would be nice to be able to like ground it a little bit more. But I think that was the intent, is that we have 0 blue collar workers in this entire group. And they're like, we've worked hard too. They're all offended. They're like, we've worked hard too, and we've gone to school, and we do this and whatever. And I think that was the point. But I also think like it's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why it bothers me so much. It's almost like those types of jobs are the only thing that equals success. And I disagree with that. There's especially in my corporate career working in tech, we usually hire people right out of college, and they work their asses off as support representatives, as customer success managers, as account managers. They work their asses off, and they work really, really hard. And that is a super, I don't know, it's just like respectful, legit. I don't know. I don't even know. Now I'm off the rails. Rails.
I don't think so. But I think that's the point, is that they think, they think as a group of people, like, this is the prestigious, like, look at us. Look at what we're doing. Look at, what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of the point, is like, she's an oncologist. They own a bistro. Like, it's this very, we've achieved the level of success, and they try to throw it back in this guy's face. But obviously, they are like, okay, but none of you have ever done like hard labor. None of you have ever done construction or had to deal with people or, any of that kind of stuff. So
even that like self-degrading comment of, I have 2 master's degrees. That means I served coffee. I know she didn't say it that way, but you have 2 fucking master's degrees. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, but then I do have a note here that says, however, I guess if you are a high achiever, you come from certain backgrounds. I don't know their backgrounds, but if they come from like upper middle to upper class, going to certain schools, having, just certain benefits, that you probably are around the same type of people. You know what I mean? You probably would have a lot of friends that are also high achievers that have done. And what made me think of it is, like Adam Sandler. And that group of people that's always in his movies, they went to film school together, right? You're around people who create movies, who are in the industry. So maybe they would have just a lot of friends that are also very high achievers. And all right, guys, you let me know about that. I will let it go now. All right.
I think it's I didn't really pick up on it. But I do think it was purposeful, and I'm not going to like knock it as a choice because of what happens later. Like, it sort of comes back into play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm letting that go now.
Okay.
I have more stuff, but I thought I would let you talk. I feel really good because I've been waiting to talk about
to
this.
Just get that out.
Yes. I've been waiting.
Should I just keep it going? I'll just keep it going with like my biggest con.
Yeah, and then we'll just go back and forth with the cons, so that hopefully we could just wrap it up with a lot of the stuff we liked, like Venable.
or this will end up like the Shining episode and we'll just talk about all the shit we didn't like. And then
because Venable's in this movie. We got to
right.
talk about him.
They're so good.
It's going to go to a good place.
They're so good. I did feel like, and maybe this is the kind of, I'm glad that you on the front end didn't say what Josh said to us, because maybe in a bad way, Felicia told me what Josh said about this movie, and Josh kind of prepped us for exactly what was going to happen. And so I felt like I was waiting for all of that stuff to happen, and it took a little bit of the, like, I don't know, the excitement or the sting out of it for me. I think if I had gone in blind, I would have had a better experience potentially. So I knew what to expect, and I knew it was going to happen. I was just waiting for it to happen. And when it did happen, I have to say that there are a couple moments that just feel a little preachy and a little on the nose. Like, that's kind of my complaint is like...
Can't wait to talk about this.
The moment when they bring them in and they're like, oh yeah, like, who's more savage? You guys or us? Like, I was like, fucking K. Like, okay. I get it. You did not have to say those fucking words. We get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just was like too much. It was too on the nose. It's too preachy. And I was just like, fucking kill me. I don't know. I didn't like it. I did not like that part.
So that particular part where he was like, we're barbaric? How about you? I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me as much. I totally see what you're saying, though. When she said, you're something, I don't remember the exact words when she said barbaric. I was like, ooh, shit. The preachy moment that I wanted to vomit all over was the whole, and we could talk about the barbaric, though. I'm sorry. I was moving on to another preachy moment. I'm so sorry. I totally know what you mean. This is another example of where it's too in your face. Like, it's not hidden enough where you kind of just get it. It's too in your face. Excuse me. And that was when, did you just kill this man for no reason? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, so totally.
That whole scene was, I wanted to puke on it because,
I also was like, everybody just shut the fuck up. Why are we talking about this for 80 fucking minutes?
Yeah.
I was like, there's too much talking happening right now. Somebody would be in shock, right? Somebody would be in shock. Can somebody please be in shock? Just shut the fuck up.
You killed him and I was peeing? Did you kill this man for no reason? Right and wrong, right and wrong. Like, what the fuck is happening? Am I watching now like this fucking episode of Bubble Guppies or something where we're talking about right and wrong? Like, this is weird. And he's like, no, I'm not going to tell the police. So we're going to cover it up now. Now we've brought this element in. We have to lie about a murder. Like, guys, this is too fucking much. This would not happen. This would fucking not happen in this situation.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I totally. That's a good, I'm so glad you saved me with this second point, by the way, because I only had one. So thank you for the second one. I'm sure as we talk, maybe there's another one that'll come back up. But like, exactly. It's just like, okay, we fucking get it. Like, we get it. I don't like movies either on the other end of the spectrum that are like too fucking heady and you can't.
Yeah.
That makes me fucking roll my eyes too. But this was like the opposite end of the spectrum. That was like, okay, like they're like, we wanted to preserve our way of life. So we withdrew from the rest of the society and blah, blah, blah. The other thing that really killed me about this is like a separate problem, but kind of related, is that they were like, we have no cancer here. And I was like, okay, hold on. If you fucking never leave your hill, how the fuck, and you never have it, how the fuck do you know what cancer is, first of all? And secondly, how the fuck do you even know if people aren't dying of cancer? Because you obviously don't have, like, advanced medical technology. They're just like, yeah, that guy died of old age at 45. Like, what? Because that's what they say before. They're like, everybody here dies of old age or injury. Not cancer. Like, how the fuck do you know what cancer is? I'm fucking lost.
So they must, they don't explain that. That's a really, really good point. And I didn't even think about that. There's kind of an air about, especially at the end, right? When Venable goes down and he's really clean cut. looking pretty handsome, sitting at the table. He knows how to interact.
Yeah.
He knows how to interact with the woman and the kids and be a part of society. It's almost like he's done that before. Like he knew how to dress the little girl in that pretty pink dress, Ruthie. So it's like they know what they need to do to blend in with society. So maybe but they don't say this. This is all from me and the last scene, analyzing the very last scene of the movie. But you're right. So they must know. But they don't explain it.
They don't. And to maybe give the benefit of the doubt to the movie, I do get the impression that people sort of end up lost there a lot of the time and end up just staying potentially. So maybe they've got some of these, more recent people coming. But because Venable was so fucking clean cut, I thought that we were headed towards another thing. Like I thought, oh shit, he's going to be on the police force in the town or something. Like I thought when Scott was getting beat up in the middle of the street and the cop car rolls by, I was like, shit, that's going to be Venable in the car. Because I thought he looks so ridiculously clean cut compared to all these other people who look like wild fucking feral people. Why doesn't
anybody else bathe and brush their hair?
It was weird, right? It's such a weird juxtaposition that I couldn't help but be like, where the fuck is this guy from? It was just really weird. So that whole
maybe
thing...
that will be the future. They didn't talk about it at all. So maybe in a sequel or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Maybe that still could be part of it. But it really hung me up. Like this whole thing really got me. I was like, hold on. Do these people leave or do they not leave?
Yeah.
Do they know what cancer is or do they not? Have they been there for generations or have they fucking not? I'm like, I don't know.
They definitely mix because Edith goes down there with Ruthie and sells.
To sell things.
To sell things. But yeah, he was real
why?
Clean. He was real clean and I'm glad he was clean. So I didn't hate on it too much. But
right, obviously.
I definitely noticed that. He took off it and I'm like, whoa, someone's cutting his hair. He's got a hairstylist in there.
Right.
They're bathing him.
He's got gel.
He's got gel. Okay. His beard is on point. It's not, you know what I mean? But then freaking Edith has not brushed her hair.
I know. She's just fucking apparently walking around on all fours getting her hair cut and twigs and shit. I'm like, yes, it's such a weird, I just don't get it. And yeah. But what I was going to say with her going down and selling the wares, we're off the rails now, is what if your whole thing is that you're a self-sustainable community, why the fuck are you going to go down the mountain to sell shit? What do you need money for? There's so many things that I'm like, I don't fucking understand how this ties into and maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but it was just too many things. You just introduced too many things. Why were they,
No, that's a really good point. Now, self-sustainable, wouldn't that include that? Wouldn't it be self-sustainable is that you're able to, she doesn't have to go work at Target to make money.
Right.
She's making things and selling her own goods. They're growing their own plants. Right?
Yeah, they're bartering, right? That's the vibe I got was that we don't really even have a need for money because we live in this community.
Buy? Not hairbrushes.
Venable. They all go to Venable.
Everything.
He's got a monopoly. Fuck. He goes
down to the barbershop. That's what the money goes to.
Yes. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird. It is weird now that you bring that. I didn't. Okay. So let me bring. This actually was a really good a quote that I highlighted by Nick Allen, who is RogerEbert.com article writer. What's striking and a bit sloppy about this movie is that it still humanizes everyone, albeit while honoring two different understandings of what is considered barbaric and so on and so forth. But I liked that. It's striking. You like that about it, but it's also a bit sloppy in places that we had just mentioned.
Agreed. And I do like that. I do like that juxtaposition that you've got this young group of people and you're kind of on their side in the beginning, but you're kind of, I don't know. I was also like, fuck this Adam guy. Get him the fuck. I don't know. He's annoying. He's immediately annoying me. I can't handle him. I'm exhausted just watching this movie, pretending like I'm in this group. But then, you meet this other group of people which are like the townies, right? You've got like the locals, and you're like, fuck these people, because they're rude and crazy, and I don't know. But then you meet the fucking Foundation people, and they're like especially fucking crazy. But then I like that juxtaposition of, oh, maybe these people aren't barbaric. Maybe we just thought that they were. I liked that, but also it felt like the movie undercut itself in that. Like, they're like, oh, what did we do wrong? What did you see us do? And they're like, oh, we were just hunting for food. I had a really hard time buying that. And that's why I think they undercut that message. Because it was like, I don't know, y'all. Like, some really weird shit happens, and it seems like you were hunting these people, and you're making it sound like you weren't, but it seems like you fucking were. So I can't really get on board with them either. And then in the end, I was like, these people just seem like assholes. Yeah, like, kill them all. And I don't know. I liked that the townspeople came back and were like, not total shitbags, kind of. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did like that. I do like when you get into the gray area of like showing the full humanity of every party involved. But the Foundation people did end up just being like total dirtbags where you're just like, fucking murder those bitches.
Did they though? So
yeah,
I want to address. I don't think so.
Okay.
Bad.
Maybe. The Foundation people. The mountain
Foundation people. Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Okay. So I love everything you just laid out. I love it. Okay. So I felt the same way. And then there was these inklings of things that didn't make me give up on them completely. Like, for example, when Nate went up and he's kind of like being like this dick, like, you fucking hipsters, I know that word, sort of shit, right? And then she was like, blah, 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 my master's, and it means I work in coffee or whatever. You saw this glimmer, like this little glimmer of respect. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's not such a dick.
It was like the gall to even stand up for herself. That, like, by the way, all of her friends were like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, they were all like, shut the fuck up. We're gonna, like, like, they were mad that she did that. But you're right. He did respect it. I liked that moment.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I felt the same about Venable when there were moments of humanity in him where, like, he really was laying out law, how they saw it. But he was willing to compromise. So I just want to talk about Adam really quick. He's like such a fucking prick.
The worst.
But what I love about Adam is that he is also very real. I loved his fear, is what I loved. His fear and his cowardice was also kind of despicable, but it was so real. Because one of the things I have here on my dislikes is the bad reactions. There were some reactions, like that whole scene I just talked about, where you just kill this man for no reason. That is not fucking realistic. Because here's why. That might be a realistic debate. That we shouldn't murder people. We shouldn't, death penalty, all sorts of stuff. That is a real debate. But you are in the forest. These people stole your cell phones. They're, popping in and out of trees and shit. You're getting killed, you're getting kidnapped, your friend is on a spit. No fucking person, unless maybe you are Gandhi, are you going to see your friend and think, maybe they're just helping him?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
So that is another one of those bumps where I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I get later down the road, we realize that they weren't actually going to kill him. Nobody would think that. And so it fucking irritated the hell out of me. So Adam and his real struggle with being I hate to even say cowardly, because how fucking scary would that be? You know what I mean? And he's always like, fucking let's get out of here. And he bolts, right? Yeah. And his girlfriend's like, don't leave me. Just fucking run. Everybody run. You know what I mean? It's also real to me. And that's why I appreciated it, I think.
But you don't think, because here's my hang up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hold on. We'll get there later. But just put a pin in this.
In Adam?
The Foundation people and what their intentions were.
We have a lot more. No, let's talk about it now. No, this is good.
Okay.
Because you just talked about earlier, and this is something that I had read in different reviews, that actually you're going to really like this. And we could pin it. Do you want to talk about Adam?
I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know what I want to do.
Okay, so let's talk about the foundation real quick.
No. I'm sorry. I do want to talk about Adam for a second because I'm going to forget this. Okay. I almost felt the opposite that you did, like through the movie. Like in the beginning, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of like, okay, fucking give it a rest. I felt the same way, that it was like, okay, this guy, you're getting the, idea that he can't be fucking told. Like, he knows what's best, and it's very self-righteous and like whatever, and nobody can tell him otherwise. Like, whatever he thinks in his brain, that's what's happening for him. That was annoying, but I could handle it. And I felt like through the movie, he got like worse and worse and worse for me. Like I just got to the point where I was like, fucking kill this guy. Like, I don't give a fuck. I would turn this motherfucker in immediately. If I were there and I was Jen and they were like, did he murder somebody? I'd be like, abso-fucking-lutely. Yep. Watched him do it. I watched him bash this guy's head. Like, I'm sorry, but I am not gonna lie. In this situation where they literally just told me, don't fucking lie. Oh, like,
I wouldn't have lied. Sorry.
No, me either. I'm like, nope, sorry. We've had this conversation. You murder somebody, I'm throwing you under the bus. Yeah. Sorry. Don't come to me, because I'll tell on you. Okay?
Well, for you, Tawny, I'd probably say she didn't murder him. It was self-defense. She thought they were killing him.
That's a different conversation.
But I wouldn't have said no.
Me either. I would have been like, it depends. That's what I would have said. It depends on your definition of murder.
Technically, I learned in my dance masters that murder is... I'm just kidding.
So anyway, I just wanted to say that I had like the opposite reaction because he was annoying. But towards the end, I was like, I cannot stand this motherfucker. Somebody kill him already. Take his ass.
I think I can totally appreciate that. I think I liked that he was real.
I get that. And especially with the juxtaposition of such badassery later. Like, we kind of need a fucking wet noodle. We need
a lot
somebody.
of times when someone's just like, oh, bravado, I'm so fucking badass. When it comes down to it, you're not. And when you're in a situation like this, you would be fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified, right?
Yeah. Okay,
so anyway. Since we're talking about reactions, can I talk about the person that I liked the least was Mila.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like her at all. And let me just say that one more time. I didn't like her at all. And this is why.
Okay.
She's a fucking smug asshole. It was really throwing me. Like, she's a fucking asshole. I don't like her. Because this is why. She was so not realistic. She had absolutely no fear in her at all. I don't care who you are. I understand that everyone responds differently to situations.
Yeah.
I get that. When your best friend's face was crushed and is killed, excellent scene, by the way, but we're not to the likes. Your friend is dead and crushed. Your boyfriend was like kidnapped, your phones are taken, you're lost, there's people hunting you, you feel like they're hunting you in the woods. She's so fucking chill, man. She's even like joking around, like cracks, his finger back in place, which, by the way, Darius, okay, that's another thing I think. Not only are this group of kids so fucking educated and successful, they're also the epitome of bravery. Because they're like, oh, that didn't hurt that she just popped your finger, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm good. And she's like, yeah, you're welcome. She's smiling. And so then I was like, okay, maybe she's smiling and joking because she's a doctor and she's trying to calm the situation.
Yeah. Okay,
then we fast forward where Darius is hit in the chest with that thing that flings out of the tree. Right? She runs over, they all run over to him. She has no panic. She goes, oh, okay. I actually wrote this down. Oh, okay. This isn't bad at all.
Yeah. And then doesn't she make a joke right after this?
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, thank you. Again, she goes, you're welcome again. And then she's like, there you go. Good as new. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like this at all. This whole thing, this like little scene felt like it was shot 4 weeks after the main part of the movie, like, or something, you know what I mean? Like, It felt like they were like, oh shit, we need some sort of transition that we fucked up or whatever. We need to go reshoot it. And they had to go reshoot it a month later outside of the mindset of whatever they were doing. And it felt like tonally way off. I agree. This part was fucking weird.
Thank you. She just bugged me. Even just like her, sorry, I didn't announce I was going pee and like blah, blah, blah. Okay. Even the fucking badass dad in Taken would be stressed out by this fucking situation where things in the forest are flying at you and killing your friends and dragging you underground. You're lost in the forest. Anybody would be stressed out about that. And she's just super chill. And so that's why I think, because I hated her so much, that I appreciated even the cowardice of
Adam.
Okay,
that's fair. Yeah. See, I just like fucking blinder her character. Like, I just didn't even, she was so not there for me. Like, I just didn't even pay attention to her at all. So
no, that makes sense. I did feel for her when she was in that hole. Well, first of all, I was can she die already? Because I'm over her. But then when she was actually in the hole and he left her and she's stuck, there's no way she can pull herself off.
That sucked.
I was like, ooh, that sucks.
This is the one moment, by the way, of the Foundation that I was like, wow, that's, I don't know. I like this.
But wouldn't you put an animal out of its misery?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Liked it. Oh, yeah. You liked it. Gotcha.
No, I really liked it because it wasn't super on the nose, but it was absolutely that person putting her out of her misery. Like, I was like, oh, that would be nice, though, if they were to kill her right now, because there is no saving her. She is fucking dead. So either they can leave her to bleed out a fucking slow and painful ass death, or they can just put her out of her misery. And that's like one of those moments that didn't feel on the nose. I was like, I like this. Like, this is a little bit more subtle, I feel like. It's, I don't know, could be seen either way. Maybe they're just getting rid of her so that she'll, like, not attract attention, or I don't know. I just liked that. That was good.
Yeah.
And it made me question more than any other scene in the movie. Are these people maybe good? But that was like the one scene that I feel like did that for me.
Yeah, I agree. I very much got a vibe of putting an animal out of its misery from that scene.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to say, you're suffering, I'm going to put you out of your misery. Didn't have to explain it to me.
The exposition. Yes. That's what I told Jade too at the very end of this movie. I ended it and I was like, I don't know about that. There was a lot of fucking exposition just explaining what was happening, and I don't know. Again, too on the nose, but
I agree. So the Foundation, popping back to the Foundation, there is something that I totally agree with here. The Foundation offers a reason for why they want to kill Jen and her friends, and it's not what we expect, right? So I think that that's pretty cool. They're not hunting them, really. They bring up these reasons, like, he threw a bottle at me and he killed my friend. We were trying to help him down the hill, which, I mean, okay, you have a leader that has that great of a haircut and you don't realize that people are probably going to respond like you're going to cook him if you're carrying him like a pig, or that like you're so surprised that they felt this way. But anyways, but even taking that deeper, watching the group since their arrival, by the way, I got this from screenrant.com, but watching the group since their arrival and stealing their things weakens their argument of innocence. And it's interesting that the film essentially tries to paint them as misunderstood people despite their actions. So I get of the booby traps in the forest. I totally get it. They want to keep people from getting to their village. Totally get that.
Yeah.
And they're watching them. I get that too, because actually I would remove that from this statement because they're probably used to it. People want to hike the Appalachian Trail. So they are probably very much watching around, okay, here's a group of young hikers. They're probably going to try to head up this way, watching them as they're hiking, making sure they don't go off the trail. I get all of that. Why do they steal their cell phones?
Right.
Even just that, I could even stop there. Like,
yeah, that's it.
Why?
Why don't you just scare the shit out of them the first time? Let them get the fuck off your mountain. Because if that's your true goal, is that you don't want anybody to discover you there or whatever, why don't you just let them go? It definitely feels like they're trapping their asses, right?
Mm-hmm. And so if you're like, oh no, I didn't, like these were animal traps that were set around or booby traps. Okay, then why don't you? All you honestly have to do is show up in that outfit and start talking in tongues and pointing, and they're going to turn around and they're going to get off your mountain.
But they're going to run. They're going to run off the mountain. Yeah.
Yes. So there's some pieces that maybe they shouldn't have done if they truly wanted to make it look like these people were not trying to fuck with these kids.
Totally. Like, that's the thing that I said earlier, is like it undercuts this message of these people like living peacefully on this mountain, and like, we don't want to hurt anybody. Who's barbaric? Us, you know? I think one of the moments that I was like, I literally wrote this down because I was like, I don't want to forget. I'm jumping a little bit around here, but I'm like, the fact that Jen has literally been with these people for 6 weeks and apparently has trained to be like an amazing fucking bow and arrow sharpshooter. Like, she's able to fucking nail her dad in the, what is it, the arm or whatever, from fucking yards away in 6 weeks. Why the fuck then would you need a weird chain trap to catch game? Why don't you just fucking shoot their asses? It makes no sense. Like, all of this stuff sort of starts to fall apart when you really start to examine it. Like, they were obviously fucking with these kids in a way that was not just, we want them to go away. Mm-hmm. It was, we want to harm these kids. So later when they're like, oh, you know, we're gonna fucking murder you and you should have just given us a chance, it fucking undercuts the whole thing, and that's why I think it feels preachy. It's like, fucking dumb.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think another theme, and the Screen Rant talks about it too, is Jen. Because Mila, I loved Jen, so nobody hate me right now. But the whole thing about her being confused about her life decisions, like, why did we even need that? Because they didn't really develop that out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't. Is it because we needed that to think, oh, maybe her life decision now is going to stay, is so that we're bought in that she may decide to stay?
That's exactly
Venable?
it. That's exactly it. I think,
okay.
That's just my opinion, but I do think that was the purpose of that, was that it was a red herring.
Yeah, there was only two things. It was, hey, Dad, I'll make a decision when I get back. Then Mila saying, oh, you don't know what you want to do with your life, but you know what we should do with ours.
Right, yeah.
And that was it.
Oh, and then also Venable is like, people only come to this mountain when they want to make a choice, right? Again, we're talking about this really on the nose dialogue, right? So it happens several times where it's like, okay.
So then we're bought into that she said, because I thought to myself, oh, maybe she'll stay with that guy and make babies. I'm here for that. It would have been a really shitty ending, though.
I think I have one more.
Do it.
Thing to say, and then we can talk all about the stuff that we liked. I didn't like how at the end of this movie, the townspeople pick her up and Nate is like, oh, you were right, it was my liver giving up on me. And like, I loved this interaction, but then right after this, they're in the truck making a getaway, and he's like, do you want some of this moonshine? He's like, it's my uncle's recipe or whatever. And they're like, yeah, no, thank you. And he goes to drink it. I was like, okay. I felt like it would just undid itself. I was like, this is a wonderful character arc for this person, right? That we didn't even see the actual arc of this person, but he met these people. They mentioned, oh, you look like you have some jaundice, right? Like, it looks like your liver is failing you. And maybe you should go get it checked out. They didn't say that, but he went and got it checked out with his doctor. Did. Oh, did they?
No,
okay.
Mila said, said you should probably get it checked out.
Probably talk to your doctor. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so he went and did it, and it was his liver. And then it's really great for him to be like, thank you for that. I'll save your ass. But then to fucking undercut that with, I'm going to keep drinking. I felt like they were trying again to sort of paint this like human thing about him. Like, yeah, people don't always just quit a thing because they know it's bad for them. I get that. But we didn't need one more fucking layer in this movie. And that part right at the end jacked me up and made me like, but why? Why Nate? Like, I cared about him at that point as a character. I was like, I wanted him to succeed and thrive and quit drinking so that he didn't have liver failure. And for you to just like, I don't know, as a movie, fucking decide that he's gonna keep drinking moonshine, fucking undistilled spirits even, I just was like, it was too much and I'm mad about it.
I'm on board with you. I thought the same thing. He was so grateful that she, educated him that it might be his liver, and he found out it was. That he went to save them and then didn't give a shit because he just started drinking. And it was almost like, movie, what are you trying to say to me?
Right.
That the stereotypes are true. Because Adam in the beginning says something about, oh yeah, rolling around in your, I could pull up the script. I have it, but you rolling around in your truck drinking your moonshine.
Yeah.
He says that in the bar. And that's exactly now what he's doing. So we shouldn't buy into stereotypes. There's some truth to stereotypes. Maybe all of it's true. None of it's true. What are you telling me? Like, what are you telling me? And you're right. And it's, yeah.
It was just too much.
I felt the same way.
I don't know.
Like, why are you grateful that she told you it was her liver if you're not? Yeah, it was just, it didn't make sense.
It wasn't a movie about the fucking perils of addiction and how people relapse. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
That's the thing. I get it. He's a human being, but we didn't need that right at the end. Like, I don't know. Let him just get off the alcohol, please. Like, give me something, movie, please.
Yes, I agree.
Anyway, but that's the end. That's the
really
end of my
point.
Negatives.
Buckle up, because we saved the best for last.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the stuff we liked now. And I'm excited because there was a lot I liked, which was why it was such a struggle for me with the things I didn't like.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Do you want to start? You want me to start?
I want you to start.
Okay. I'll start with my first one on the list. I loved the color of the movie. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but like the dark, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I like the color of the movie, the color and feel of the movie. I really liked that. I liked some of the camera work that they did. A couple of things I noted here. I loved when Jen was asleep in the tent.
Yeah.
With the lightning, and it was her face and the lightning. And then like all of that, I loved it. I loved like that next morning when Adam, it shows him looking at the grave and like kind of pans out like his face coming down to look at the grave, and then it goes out and you see a whole graveyard. Like a lot of these moments.
I missed
even
that.
Nate in the bar after he talks to Scott, and then it's just kind of like dark, but it's his silhouette. Like all of these little things I like really liked.
I did not pick up on all this. Like you're making me want to go back and rewatch. Yes.
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 Yeah, so I really liked that grave one. Check that out, where it's
Okay.
his face looking down, and then it kind of pans out, and it's the whole grave. And a lot of that, I loved it. I loved the look and feel of the movie.
Okay. All right.
I loved a lot of things, but I want you to go now.
Okay. You want me to say one of my things that I loved?
Yeah, say one of your things.
Let me just start here. The fucking gore in this movie was amazing. I was
amazing.
I cannot with this. And this is one of the things that I was just like, I almost wish that the tone of this movie and the lines and the dialogue and the acting stuff had like reached this level of gore. Because the first moment where I was like, oh fuck, I am in for a ride right now, is when the first guy, sorry, don't remember anybody's names,
Gary
gets crushed by that fucking log, and they show his face. I was like, like I actually gasped. I was like, This is some fucking next level. I hate it and I love it at the same. Like I just can't. I don't know. That's like one of my things is when you got good gore, you got me. And
yes,
so I could talk about all these scenes, but they really stand out. They stand out as highlights of this movie. But that was fucked up. And then you've got, when I'm just gonna jump around.
Yeah, let's gush about the gore. Because it was beautiful gore. It
looked so
fucking
good.
Real. Yeah, it looked so good.
So realistic. All of it. I was like, oh my God. Like when, let's just talk about these eye holes, dude. Let's talk about these eye holes. Because listen.
Oh, God, I fucking loved these people that lived in the dark with their eyeballs out.
Oh my God. I know. I was like, oh my God. That felt like an entirely different part of the movie. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Where are we? It was like, I think it feels sci-fi to me because of Event Horizon. Like, I just cannot uncouple Missing Eyes from Event Horizon in my brain. But I was just like, oh my God. It felt so different. It felt like a totally different movie. Not in a bad way. I liked it a lot. I was like, what the fuck?
No idea that when they fell down the hole that they lived.
Yeah, me either. Fuck. And I have so many questions about this. Like, not necessarily in a bad way, but I was sort of like, what are they? Because one of the girls, like, starts eating one of the guards. I'm like, are they starving them? But, like, how would you? There's no fucking way. I mean, you'd starve after like 7 days or whatever, right?
Yeah,
like,
they throw food down to them, I think, because the one guy, Luis, is eating.
Wasn't he eating something?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they condemn them to death or darkness.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, the darkness, they're not. The tension is the intention wouldn't be to kill them. So I think they're giving them just enough to sustain them, but they're not. That's it. They live down there with no sight, and I think they give him just enough to sustain him. I do have to say, when the girl was eating him, I did think that was a little... I wondered if that was a nod to... I haven't seen the other Wrong Turns, but from what I was reading there about cannibalism,
yeah,
or there's cannibals in there. So if that was kind of a nod to that, because none of those people try to eat them when they're walking down. And there's no other cannibalism in this movie. So I kind of wondered if that was a nod to that. But he was eating something, it looked like bread or something like that. So I think they do try to keep him alive and just condemn them to darkness.
But yeah, I was like, this girl, the girl who ends up eating him, I was like, this is a scary fucking looking person. This is my type of shit. I was like, I fucking love this. This is like a realistic enough person to be terrifying. I loved it.
Yes, this woman with no lines. I literally rewound it a few times to look at her because it was quick.
Yeah,
I want to see. Like, it was disturbing enough where I was like, whoa, what did I just see? And wanted to see it again.
And you're like, that doesn't look real, but it looks real enough. It's that uncanny valley. Like, it's like just fucked up enough for you to be like, that's wrong. Oh my God, these people. I
love that she shot her friend. Dude, I have to say, I mean, we can get into it. We can get into it later. I really did love Jen. The only questionable moment about Jen was when she's that whole fucking spiel about, did you just kill an innocent man? Like that was lame, hardcore to me, because that wouldn't be your reaction. But other than that, she was so fucking cool. I loved how she just was like I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she just jumped on people. Stab. And then she just jumped on someone else. So she was like this. Dude, she was so fucking cool.
She was amazing.
And I love that she shot her friend.
Yeah.
Because come on. Even if you're going to rescue him from there, and what?
He's going to be
Tawny,
traumatized.
if you find me in that situation, please fucking kill me. Don't bring me to civilization to walk around with no eyeballs and weird whatever mental stuff has happened to me now because I've been in there eating God knows what or whatever. Just like, let me go.
I don't know if I feel the same way. I'd want you to give me a warning. I want you to be like,
oh, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to kill you or do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the
that.
choice. I want the choice. And then I'd be like, whatever I feel like in the moment. But I totally get it. And I think that was a good moment.
Would you be that lost, that out of your mind in 6 weeks? Maybe you would. I just don't know. Like,
that's a good question. I think, I mean, for sure, if you had to get your eyeballs burned out and you were like wandering around with a bunch of other bodies that you couldn't see, and you're just eating whatever they give you.
That's a good point. Maybe you ask me. Maybe you say, hey, Felicia, I'm here.
Hey, listen, hey.
I can get you.
I don't want to alarm you. But listen, we're trying to escape. Do you want to come with us or no? Do you want me to kill you?
Yeah. Okay. Ask me.
Yeah.
Because maybe I do want to just, wear some sunglasses and go back to life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just like, no, Tawny, this is too much for me.
Please.
I don't ever
Kill me.
Please kill me.
No, but I like that too. I thought it was a good moment. You are sort of like, again, there's this juxtaposition of the Foundation putting her friend out of her misery and her putting her friend out of their misery. Like it's an act of mercy rather than brutality. And I liked it. And I also was like, at first I had kind of a problem with the fact that they couldn't, like, I was like, when Ruthie was like, oh yeah, you go out this way through the fucking prison. I was like, no, this is stupid. Why the fuck would you go in there? It's so dumb. They're just going to get trapped. I was like, this is the dumbest fucking movie decision I've ever seen in my life. So I was glad, actually, when it wasn't, and that there was an escape, and it made sense that there was an escape because these people can't see. So they can't even, and even if they did get out, they would just fucking drop to their death, probably. So I liked all that.
Yeah, I did too. I liked it a lot because you're absolutely right. Where are they going to go? They're going to wander around with no eyeballs.
Get caught in a trap, fucking fall to their death. They're going to get found. Like, there's no hope for these people. Anyway, on the topic of the gore, when Edith gets her fucking head blown off, I was like, this is also amazing. It looks so fucking good and real.
How about when Adam gets his head bashed in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just see it all. And it's like, so, we sound really gross, but everyone listening to this is like, yeah.
They know. They know.
It looked so real. It didn't look fake, but you know it's not real. It was just really beautifully done. It was fucking gross.
I'm like, it had to have been practical. At least mostly, right? Because it looked so good. Everything did.
Yeah, it really did.
Oof.
I also wrote back to Gary, who died on the tree. I liked all of their reactions. That was another thing. I know people are probably rolling their eyes at me, but you know me. I really, you know what? It doesn't bother me that really, really good actors make millions because I fucking love it. When they're really, really good. I love it. And when he died, because you had Darius who was, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Like, you know, just fucking losing it. Adam's losing it. Then Luis is like, yeah, it is your fault. And he's fucking losing it because that's his boyfriend. And like, I just loved all of that. I was like, yes. This is like, if it was me and Tawny and Jade and Steve and like, I don't know if it was this is what would happen. And I was totally here for that. I loved it. And I loved when Jen, so when Adam gets pulled in the hole, and Darius is like, I'm going to try to go in there. And that wasn't unrealistic either. Like, what, you're just going to be like, oh, bye, guy.
I know,
you're in a hole, right? But then she's like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, maybe. Like, what? How long should we wait? We are way in over our fucking heads. We need to get the fuck out of here. And I even wrote here, yes, girl, fuck yes, you're talking sense. This is like real ways that people would think. And I love that. I'm totally here for that.
I do too. I like how actually on several occasions, people are like, what the fuck are we going to do? We're losing time. Like, I'm not going to wait. What does he say? I'm not going to wait for him to get picked off by insects and whatever the fucking animals come by. We need to get off this mountain. Like, I liked that there was this urgency that felt real in a way that I feel like isn't illustrated a lot in horror movies. Like, it was like, what the fuck can we do with him? We're going to find him trapped underground? Are we going to save it? No, we need to get off this fucking mountain. Like, I liked that a lot. I was like, you're right. There was moments that you were like, exactly. That's
I like the flip side too. Like when Luis was like, I can't leave him here. So if you step back and think if it was your loved one, you wouldn't want to leave him either in a natural first reaction. And then obviously you are able to be talked out of that. And like, that doesn't make sense. We've got to go.
Yeah.
But that would be a natural first reaction. I can say most definitely if it was one of my loved ones, I wouldn't want to leave them as a reaction, but you could definitely be like, well, like, dude, we got to go. And I would understand that we had to go.
Yeah. Do you want to end up crushed by this log? No.
Yeah. So I really liked all of that.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was kind of hit or miss with the reactions. Some of them were really great and some of them were like, not quite sure about that. I loved, and we talk about this often, I fucking love Jen for playing the fuck along. She's like,
I was just thinking that.
I'll just be a wife, because she, again, I think this is an interesting theme, and maybe it's something to explore a little bit more, but she undersells herself in the bar because she's like, I have 2 master's degree and I just fucking sell coffee or whatever. Yeah. And then again, she's like, what do I have to offer this community? Nothing except my body. I'll just be a wife and bear children. It's just an interesting concept. I think there's something to that she doesn't even think she has anything to offer beyond that, which is fucked up. But she's like,
what is she going to teach everyone to dance?
Oh, well, no, but she's...
I'm kidding.
No, but she obviously has skills beyond...
Dude.
Like, she's obviously, like, she's adept at... Is that the right word? She's adept.
Yeah, she's adept. She is.
At human, like, communication. Mm-hmm. Like, she kind of can suss out what's happening. I don't know. I thought...
No, yeah, you do know. She saved Darius.
People skills.
She is fucking... even within... And they recognize that. That's why they only would allow her to talk.
Exactly.
She's fucking strong. Yes. So she doesn't own a restaurant. She doesn't, I don't know, do sustainable energy. She doesn't do all these stuff. She worked hard and got a couple of degrees, but she is the strongest and most resourceful of all of them.
Yeah. And so then she's like, yeah, I'll play along and just like be a wife or whatever. Like, I just like that she was like, sure, whatever I can be in this situation to keep me alive. I loved that because we talk about it all the time. Just fucking fake your way into whatever the situation is. And she even has the gall to fucking the fucking audacity to shoot her dad in the arm. And I was even like, oh, I don't know. Maybe she's fucking turned. I think that would be dumb, but maybe she's turned.
I thought for a second she turned too and liked it, but also recognizing that would be a super dumb ending to the movie. Like, what would the ending be? But I kind of liked it as well because I really liked him and she could be clean. Oh. She was clean. She had a French braid and stuff.
Yeah. She's
also clean. She's brushing her hair. Because she's dating the lead guy, she has access to his barber. Right. So she's able to keep clean and brushed. Yeah. No, I really like that. And I think her friends recognize that in her as well. Because when Adam was pulled underground and Darius was like, no, we can't leave. She was like, fuck that. She puts that stake in the ground, wraps her, shirt around it and was like, let's fucking go. She didn't say fuck, but she said, let's go. And Luis was like, yup. He just went with her, and then everyone's like, all right, we'll just go with her. She's definitely the person I'd want to be with. She was super badass.
She was great,
cool,
because she was kind of she was kind of like an unlikely final girl in a way, I guess.
She doesn't have a big role in the whole beginning of the movie.
No.
She's kind of like, oh no. She's telling her, not in a bad way. I liked her through the whole movie. But like, she tells her boyfriend all the time, I love you. Not once does he say, I love you. And she's like, I love you constantly. And he's like, not really saying it. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But and then she's very good at being scared, which I loved because it would be scary. And then all of a sudden she blossoms into this fucking badass woman.
Yeah. And it's like she's fucking born to be out here just hunting people with a bow and arrow. It's like, it's a little crazy. Like, I don't know if I buy it 100%, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take it because I am just here for it. Like, sure. Yeah, she can fucking hit people from yards away with a bow and arrow. Sure.
The next scene I loved. I loved when she arrived home. Everyone's going to think I'm nuts, and I embrace it. And Venable's there at the table with Ruthie.
Oh, fucking loved it too. Yeah.
How bad I wanted them to really just own the house down the street and raise a family. I did. Okay. Let's just be together. This would be a stupid ending. But I'm just saying, for that moment, I was like, oh. attractive couple. They could raise a baby together in the house. And
I mean, fucking, I'm here for it. Listen.
Yeah, I was just like, this is my little fantasy. But that she had to go back. I didn't like that. I wouldn't have wanted that. And so before we get to the very, very ending, wanted to talk about, I loved that dinner, the imagined.
Yeah,
the imagined dinner scene. I was like, just like jaw drop, like, holy shit, like this is happening. And then it wasn't real, but that was fucking great. That was great.
I was also like, I feel like this movie almost breaks you down. By the time you get to this moment in the movie, you're sort of like, because I feel like, I don't know, 90% of the time when something off the wall happens, I'm always like, is this a dream sequence? But is this a dream? You know? And this time, like, I feel like I didn't think that because it was so fucking off the wall to begin with. Like, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. And so when he kills them all, I was like, oh no.
Me too. Oh, shit.
So I responded. But I didn't like actually care about these people because you don't get to know them throughout the movie, right? Like her mom, I don't know who that woman is, but you get the impression they're not close, right? Yeah. And then these two like other brothers, like you don't know them, but you're also like, that sucks. Like they shouldn't die. I was like, no.
And then she stabs Venable in the back of the head. Like,
oh yeah.
It was fucking cool. And then, yeah, it's her stepmom, I believe, because her mom, she says something like, pay attention to our sons. You're never paying attention to our sons.
Oh, okay.
She says that in that moment. But I was like, whoa, this happened so fast. I literally wrote, whoa.
Yeah.
Because, oh no, she's dead. Her brothers are dead. Venable's dead.
It all happened so fast.
I like, so how did you like it? So I want to say, I really liked the ending. I thought it was dark and fun that they got into that thing and you're like, really? She's just going to go back? And I felt like, okay, I feel really set up for a sequel.
Yeah.
Like it's as if she's literally just going to go back. There's got to be more. Then all of a sudden it starts to weave. And then here she comes flying out like this spirit flying out, launching, boom, 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 like killing, then flying out and killing that person. Here comes Ruthie just like, hey, let's go. I fucking loved it.
I loved it too. I loved it too. I can't help myself. I was just like, yep, fucking here for this. As soon as it started like swerving, I was like, oh yes, she's doing it. And then I just can't help myself. I'm sorry. It was great. It was a great ending. Yeah. Unexpected. And I think that's the thing about when he goes and hunts her down. Even as we were watching this, Jade was watching this part with me and he was like, it would be way easy for him to track her down in the world. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, it fucking wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, Jade. This person is on a mountain. I was just like, that's wild of you to say. I was like, no way. Because this person's on a mountain. He doesn't know how to even look anybody up, presumably. How the fuck would he find her? He doesn't know how to use social media, whatever. Like, I just was like, this doesn't make sense. So when he shows up at the fucking kitchen table, it was shocking. It's just something that you don't expect. And I liked that about it. It felt so fresh. I don't know. I was just like, I don't even care what happens from here because I liked it.
So this is a really good point, Tawny, that you made. Is I didn't even think that. I immediately assumed he has some kind of connection with the outside world or off the mountain world because he's clean cut. He speaks very well. All of this sort of thing. Whereas if you truly never left the mountain for all this time, and I know they spoke in tongues, but he also spoke very clear, eloquent English. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you either speak in tongues and are dirty or not. And so then at the end, I feel like there's so much more to him because he was able to so easily assimilate.
Slip into, yes.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's got to be more.
Ruthie, I loved Ruthie all throughout the movie. I thought that was a great through line. I thought that felt pretty grounded, actually, in the way that the first couple times, she has good interactions with her. And I kept thinking, they're going to set me up to think that Ruthie is helping her and she's going to fuck her over.
Yeah, especially when she was leading her away, right? I was like, oh, she's fucking her over. Yeah.
But she ended up being not that. And so she was just like, Ruthie was just down to clown. She was like, whatever. Like, yeah, okay, I'm here. If you want to kill this guy, I'll leave with you. Like, you seem cool. I liked all that. I thought it was really good and unexpected. Like, it was just too many things that I thought was going to happen that didn't happen. And I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I loved that little girl. I loved how Jen, she was also, I just want to say, because I know I said she was badass, she was also just genuinely likable. Like when she was jogging and she stopped, she was going out of her way to be kind. And she wasn't judgmental at all. Even when Edith, she has kind of like that speech impediment or just a different way to different way to speech. Obviously, I can't speech very well. A different way to speak. And she was just like, she didn't even bat an eyelash. She's just like, great, cool. Hey, how much is this bracelet? Hey, bye guys. Thanks so much. Like just treated them with so much respect. And she's just like a fucking likable character.
Yeah.
She was great.
She was. Yeah. Like you can't help but be like, I'm rooting for this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are at the point where we are going to rate this bad boy.
I should probably go first because I think I've asked you to go first for the last 18 times probably. So
yeah, you go first. Wrong turn.
So I think I'm going to give this movie a 3.5.
Nice, Tawny. I wasn't sure.
I think I liked it on the same level as Spiral and what else did I give a 3.5? Wicker Man, which you just brought up. I don't think I liked it as much as a 4. But I don't know. It was all right. And through talking about it, I liked it more. Where did you land?
So I landed at a 4.
Okay.
And a lot of this had to do with watching it the second time after I worked out all my demons.
Mm-hmm.
I worked out all my demons, watched it a second time, and I liked it more the second time. That's why I was saying oh, you should watch it again. It made me want to watch all movies twice, except I don't know how I could muscle through a second turn of The Shining. But in a nutshell, I thought back to some of the other movies, maybe where I rated lower, and thought, oh, I really want to see those again. So I landed at a 4 for this movie. I would like to see it again, even though I've seen it twice. So if somebody wanted to watch it with me, I'd be like, oh yeah, we should totally watch that. And I would enjoy it.
Okay. All right.
So we're very close.
Yeah.
So next episode, friends and family of 2 chicks in a horror flick. Our next episode is episode 60. Episode 60, and I just got a little alert from Buzzsprout that we are at 4,500 downloads.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Tawny, when you and I were just meeting in the closet, okay, you weren't in the closet, I was, because
right.
I had my recording equipment
in the closet.
I used to do it in the closet because it was quiet. And we started talking about horror movies, and now we have 4,500 downloads. We are almost to 1,000 followers on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah.
And we're at our 60th episode. It is so fucking cool, dude.
It is cool.
Just so honored because I know we've said it before, but we love doing this. So when I see those numbers, and I'm not someone that checks all the time, I literally just checked before we logged in. I'm like, oh my God, we're almost at 1,000.
Yeah.
Followers on Instagram. People are like, yeah, I want to follow your shit. That's just super fucking cool.
It is super cool. And we appreciate so much if you're listening to this and following us and doing all of that and like our show. I mean, it's just unfathomable to us that even people outside of our close friend group are even listening to this.
Yes. I'm so glad that people like to listen to us because I like talking to you. So.
Me too. It's fun. Obviously, we have fun doing this.
It's super fun. It's our favorite thing to do all week. This is one thing I'm not giving up. Yes. Not giving up. Even if I get Alzheimer's, you're going to have to keep me on track.
You're going to be like, what are we doing? Like,
oh my God.
I'm Tawny Ray. You're going to be like, what?
Who are you? Oh my God. So episode 60, if you guys want to watch with us, watch along, we are watching The Possessor.
Oh, yes. This was my pick. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So when I pull the art for the social media stuff, I try to get a variety, right, of different movie posters.
Yeah.
They were all, The Possessor was all this picture.
Yep.
I don't even know what it is because I haven't watched the trailer yet. But it looks creepy by the pictures. I'm going to watch the trailer because I'm curious.
Oh,
but yeah, The Possessor.
Like, not emotionally prepared. I already watched it. I already know what this movie is
Oh,
like.
you watched it. Okay.
Not even emotionally prepared to watch it again and talk about it. So, but I'll get there. I'm excited. I've been waiting since I watched it the first time. I'm like, fuck, we need to talk about this movie because there's so much.
Oh, I'm excited.
Ugh.
And this is the episode that I get to just sit back and watch because you're doing the research.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait. All right, cool. So if you love the show, if you really like the show as much as we love Venable, then maybe you want to support the show. If you feel like you do, you can go to our Patreon and support the show. We have a lot of cool, fun levels. As I'm saying all of this, I think that I just took Tawny's piece, but you can also find us on Instagram at 2 Chicks and a Horror Flick. That's our main hub. You can find us everywhere at 2 Chicks and a Horror Flick, except on Twitter. We're at 2 Chicks HF. And Tawny, what else?
You can also connect with us on Discord. We have a Discord server where we chat about all things horror. And I think that's it. I think you covered most of it. So
no, your part about subscribing and all that.
Subscribing. Oh, yeah. Oh, subscribe and give us a rating and review on whatever you're listening to us on. It helps us a lot. Just get pushed up to get seen. So please do that. And
yep.
Yeah.
Check out our homies, Horror Movie Crew. See what they said about this movie.
Yes.
Definitely check out all the great stuff they said about us on their Gremlins episode.
I wonder, it'll be interesting to compare and contrast their episode with ours. I try so hard not to listen to anybody else's episode before we talk about a movie because I don't want to be tainted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
You know what? Josh actually mentions that on his Gremlins episode.
Does he?
Seth and Jess say, well, how did they feel about it? And he's like, I didn't finish it because I don't want to be tainted by their rating of the movie. And I was the same. So when I was listening, Josh said, wow, you went way back to Gremlins. Yeah. And because I was going through the episodes and I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to this one because we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And I don't want that in the back of my mind. I like to listen to it after the fact so that I'm not tainted as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. You'll have to, as a viewer or listener, if you liked this and you want to hear more content about Wrong Turn, you should go listen to the other episode. We didn't even talk about this in relation to the other movies. I don't even remember. I'm sure I've seen, I definitely have seen Wrong Turn.
I've never seen them. Yeah.
But I don't even remember. I don't remember anything about it. So I apologize.
And from everything I read, it was a people enjoyed the change. It's not about cannibals living in the backwoods of, in the mountains. It's not about that. And the majority of reviews I saw that they liked that change. So
okay.
I've not seen any of them, so I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Just the fucking movie poster alone.
We're gonna have to watch it at some point.
With that,
we're gonna have to.
Witchy, ridiculous.
I don't remember it being bad though. I think the poster I think it betrays the movie. I think the movie is good. I remember it being good.
Because that movie poster, guys, go look it up.
Anyway, we hope you guys have such a good night. And we'll see you next week. No nightmares.